Okay, so hi guys, Alison Marie, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. So, as you can tell by the title of today's video, I may or may not have, made a little presentation over how the Sims 4 Horse Ranch could have been better. I mean, that's basically the whole premise of this video. I know that I'm not the first person to do this. I know that, I think Plumbella did a, how something could be done. She does those a lot, where, like, she makes a Google presentation or a PowerPoint or something, where she says, oh, this could have been done better, you know. So I am aware of that, but the reason I'm doing it this way is because I think that, it's very important that I do it this way. So, I'll just pop myself right there for now. You can't really see it, but it says how the Sims 4 Horse Ranch could have been better. Why can't I press my arrow keys? Okay, anyways. A little bit of background knowledge on me. A little bit of background knowledge for me. My family has owned racehorses for over a century. My great-grandfather owned, I think 6 or 7 horses. My mother grew up going to the races, so did my grandmother. I grew up watching races. I grew up around horses. I watch the Kentucky Derby every year, and I also go to every single local horse race in my area. So please don't correct me. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Thanks. Unless you know more about this than me, but I know what the hell I'm talking about. Thanks. Number 1 issue: rabbit hole horse show. Okay, I was all for them doing horse shows because, you know, in the trailer they showed the horse jumping over the barrels and things like that. That's just something you can do on your lot. To go to horse shows, it's a rabbit hole. That's nonsense. Like, the feature that these horse girls were looking for isn't even in the game. Like, and I even put a picture of a horse girl on. I just pulled that image from Google, so I don't know who that is. But you can't do the equestrian thing like you should be able to. Like, I was even like, okay, I understood that we weren't going to get horse racing. I got that. I was like, there's no way that, because animating that would just be a bitch. So I was, you know, being like, okay, if they're not going to do horse racing, then, you know, they're going to put a lot of effort into show horses. The effort was maybe put to a 1. So surface level that it's shocking. Also, the horse racing should have been a skill and or a career. Did I say horse racing? I meant horse show. If I said horse racing, I'm sorry. But you should have been able to have a live career to show your horse, so you could go into work, go into the rabbit hole with your horse. Well, not even rabbit hole with your horse. Go to the show event with your horse. Like, you get a pop-up notification. Like, if you get to work, you said, it's time to join Maya to work. Would you like to join her to work to the science fair? To the science crew? Yes or no? You can choose whether you want to go, yes or no. And I feel that would have been good. And there also should have been horse show outfits included in the pack. That, like, this one and like this one. This one is more like country equestrian. This one, I think that, let me rephrase it. This one's more Western horse shows. This one's more European. Horses should have been in cats and dogs. I mean, do I need to explain any bit further? They were in the Sims 3 pets. And the same goes for my first pet stuff. The same thing goes, basically, cats and dogs should have been a lot bigger. It should have come with, obviously, the cats and dogs. It should have come with little miniature pets like rodents and hamster is technically in the rodent family as far as I know. And so should horses, because that's what the Sims 3 was. Sims 3 had horses, dogs, cats, bunnies, chickens, like a whole bunch of stuff in cats and dogs. This is nothing but a glorified cash grab. Nothing but a damn glorified cash grab. Nothing more, nothing less. Has no features to it. Next. What are the features of this expansion pack? Because if I'm paying well, technically in the US it'd be $42.89 to like $43 for the pack with tax. What am I getting? No, seriously. What are the... I mean, do you see what I have written down here? What are the features? A barbecue event? I mean, come on. Like, I can literally host a dinner party and have my sim light up the grill and say that that's a barbecue. The Old West aesthetic, maybe some people would say. We got that in Strangerville in 2019, if you don't remember. Horses. This is called Horse Ranch. Horses could have been better. They are great. They're good. I won't even give them great. They get an A for effort. They are in the game. They are. But they could have been a lot better. And then the next feature that they're selling is nectar making, aka wine making. We have that in Eco Lifestyle. I don't know what it's called in Eco Lifestyle, but we have it in Eco Lifestyle, and I know that. The only new feature that is coming in this pack is horses. That's it. That is it. Literally, horses is the only new feature coming to the game. That's it. Everything else has been reused from either base game or other packs. Little things that got so horribly wrong. It's almost good. Number one, the thing that pissed me off when I saw it. Horses don't only eat hay. Or straw, whatever you want to call it. Horses are between 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. Now, and if you have a Clydesdale, how much do Clydesdales weigh? Actually, hey Siri. How much does a Clydesdale weigh?
Here's what I found from Britannica. The Clydesdale averages 17 to 18 hands, 68 to 72 inches, tall and 2,000 pounds, 900 kg in weight.
A Clydesdale weighs about 2,000 pounds. Hey Siri. How much does a standard bred horse weigh?
Here's an answer from Britannica. Height and weight vary.
So a Clydesdale weighs around 2,000 pounds, and a standard bred horse weighs around 1,000 pounds. I wasn't gonna bore you with having you hear Siri, but if as humans that are at heaviest 400 pounds can't only survive on lettuce, how can a 2,000 pound animal or 3,000 or 4,000 pound animal survive on straw and hay? I know from personal experience, as I said, of growing up around races and watching them, to get your horse to win or do anything, not even just horse racing, these agility court, that's like the Olympics for us. So could you imagine being an athlete and you didn't eat any protein, you didn't eat any type of nuts, all you got was a head of lettuce? That's it, that's all you got, and some water. You'd be exhausted. I was expecting you to have apples and carrots and oats, and I think you can feed them, obviously you feed them straw and hay as well, but you're not really supposed to. You're supposed to feed them like, I don't know what this is, but it's like this mixture where you, like, it's like it, but it's not it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like pellets of, like, food. It's like pellets of richness food, and you put, like, these supplements in it, like protein powder, and let me actually find out what that is. Alfalfa pellets, because it says alfalfa pellets are a good choice for performance horses since they provide needed protein for muscle and bone development and repair. Also, the calcium in alfalfa pellets is a buffer of stomach acid, potentially reducing the occurrence of gastric ulcers in performance horses. So they're alfalfa pellets, and they need protein, like, and obviously they're herbivores, they're not omnivores, they don't eat meat, but they still need protein. If they're going to exercise, they need energy. And how do you get energy? Protein. Like, I knew there was a name for them, I didn't remember what they were, so now we know. Thank you, Google. Alfalfa pellets. So they could have at least added that, because what you do with those is you add them to a bucket, then you add water in it, and then you add like protein powders and like all these different supplemental things to give the horse energy to race and to do these agility courses and to do these shows and things like that. Like, that's what you need to feed them. Feeding them straw is like, okay, if they're just, like your Amish horse, where it's, not really doing anything really hard. It's just kind of taking you from point A to point B. I've rambled on about the hay thing. But next thing is, riding isn't a skill, it's a relationship between you and your horse. You can't force a horse to do anything it doesn't want to do. It's a living creature. It's a living, breathing creature. And if the horse doesn't want to do it, it's not going to do it. And I feel like they did touch on this. I'll give them credit for that. I think they did touch on this a little bit, but they didn't quite go as far into the relationship of a horse with its owner and rider, because those can sometimes be two different things, as what they could have done. Because, at least from my personal experience, with like race horses, you have the owner who pays for the horse and pays for the food of the horse. Then you have the trainer, right? You have the trainer who teaches them the skills, if they're a show horse, and then if they're a race horse, they have them go around the track multiple times to exercise them. Then you have to have the horseshoe fitter, because if the horseshoes aren't right, it can really fuck up a horse. Overall, riding a horse is not a skill. Like, you can't just be good at it. It has to be a mutual thing, that the horse is allowing you to do those things to it, and end of the day, it's a relationship. No matter what, the horse is a living, breathing creature. You can't force it to do something it doesn't want to do. Another thing, this isn't necessarily just to do with horses. This is just a nitpick in the game. It's a rabbit hole event center. When I saw that event center in the trailer, I thought that, truthfully, we're going to get, like, not even an active career in it, but a event that we can go to. So you know how, when you schedule a wedding or something like that, it comes up and it says, the wedding is about to start. Would you like to join? Yes or no? And it'll, like, if you have horses in the house, it'll say, it is time for the horse agility training event to start. Would you like to come? Yes or no? You don't have to go if you don't want to. See, I feel like that would have been a lot better, and then you can actually, like, even if you couldn't control the horse doing the agility thing, because I think that would have been a lot more fun. Like, if you couldn't control the outcome, that would have been very fun. But at least if you could have watched it. So there's my little tidbit on that. And then another thing, the final thing on this screen, you can read it. It says surface level research at best. In the live stream, the Sims team kept on talking about how good they did in the research department. They say that they went off to these ranches and saw how they took care of horses. And I'm thinking, okay, you're just trying to do that to get people to buy the pack. I'm just saying. Because at most, they just took basic knowledge of horses and put it in this pack. If they would have actually paid attention and actually would have gone to that ranch, except for to shoot some film for the live stream, they would have learned that you don't feed a horse hay. You don't, it's, as I said, it's so, like, little minute things. but it just burns me up. I mean, you saw my reaction. I couldn't even continue watching the live stream because it was just so freaking bad. It was just so bad. I literally couldn't continue watching it. I mean, I just couldn't. I had to stop. Next, everything needs balance in life. So, lastly, I talked about what they got wrong. Now I'm going to talk about what they got right. The design of the actual horses is very good. I'm very, the animations of the actual horses are very good. And another thing they got right, you can feed apples to horses. That's it. And that's all. It's really that damn bad that the only things that they got right were the design of horses and the fact that you can feed horses apples. That's it. Anyways, how this pack could have been better. Well, there's a lot of things that could have made this pack better. I've listed 6. Number 1 being this world should have been completely open world, no loading screens. Even if they didn't do it for the whole of The Sims, they should have done it for at least this world in particular because they're horses. It's like a car. You don't want to go through a loading screen to get to the trail. You know what I mean? Give horses more options to eat. I said that in my last thing. They shouldn't just eat hay. They should eat alfalfa pellets with protein powder at really the bare minimum. And that's not too much to ask. As I said, if they would have done actual research, they would have found this out and it would have been the thing is, it had such high expectations and it had such a good opportunity to do so well and be one of the best selling Sims packs of all time. And it just isn't. It's bad. It's a complete cash grab. Make the rest of the pack fleshed out before they release it. Do I even need to elaborate on that? I mean, there's just so much surface level features in this pack that they could have, they really need to flesh out this pack really before it releases. Number 4, they could have made horses a base game update. I don't think I need to elaborate on that any further than that. Not try to make the project cost as little as possible to make the most amount of money. I know they're a company. I know they need to make money. But in order to make money, you have to listen to the buyer. You can't just think about how you're going to make money. You have to think about who's buying this. What do they want? And that any normal brand, thinks what's going to appease their clientele. Not the Sims team. They're just thinking, oh, what's the least we can put in this $40 expansion pack? Say it's an expansion pack because it's horses, and whack a $40 price tag on it. Number 6. Actually listen to the professionals. As I said, they went to a ranch, a ranch camp, to get to hang out with horses for a couple weeks, I think they said. And those couple of weeks, you didn't see how the ranch hands and people took care of the horses? You didn't? Are you that damn dumb? Or didn't you just pay that close of attention? You went there for research purposes. You're probably getting paid to do it. You were getting paid to hang out with horses, and you didn't even do that good of a job. I don't even have words. Next. That's it for the video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also, I promise to make better content than this pack. No one says this pack, but than this pack, okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys liked today's video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and subscribe, and ding the notification bell, and share with your friends if you think they might enjoy it. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.